All right, Ticketmaster.
God.
With all the Ticketmaster chaos and resell drama, do you ever feel like the system is stacked against fans?
Yeah.
How do you, how do you emotionally handle sharing that reality?
It feels like it is. And it has not felt significantly better as time has gone on. Ticketmaster has definitely tried to do some things, in particular in the past year, that we haven't seen before, but there are still the same fundamental problems, right? And you look at the pre-sale for Ariana Grande's tour, complete disaster. You look at the pre-sale for Harry Styles' tour recently, another mess. Next week is going to be Noah Khan's pre-sale, which I'm going to be participating in because we want to go to that show. And I'm expecting it to be another mess. But I think the reality is it's still a system where being as educated as you can be on how the system works is a competitive advantage for you, the fan, to have the best chance of getting what you want. And I look at it as I know people are going to fail. I know I am going to fail probably more often than I'm going to succeed to get tickets because that's just the nature of the way that Ticketmaster works. But I will give myself the best chance possible and I will give my followers the best chance possible to be successful if they pay attention to what I'm saying and they utilize that knowledge, in the right way. So I look at it more that way. Like, yes, some people are going to be sad. And I know when I do a post and I say, hey, I was able to, or I was not able to get tickets for this, I'm going to get comments. Some of them are going to be like, yeah, I didn't get tickets. It was terrible. And some will be like, oh my God, thank you so much. Your tips were so helpful. I was able to land some tickets. And it's just kind of weighing the two and just feeling like I'm giving people the best chance I can give them to come out on top, knowing that not everyone's coming out on top because to some degree it's random draw, right? When you get a queue position, if it's a lousy queue position because you randomly got dumped in the back of the line, there's no amount of tips that I can give you to fix the fact that you were number 30,000 in a venue that seats 10,000 people, right? And there is where I say Ticketmaster should do a better job. But they don't. They don't. Again, you'll see it in the Noah Khan sale. There was no vetting or limiting of the pre-sale entries, right? So everyone who wanted to be a part of this pre-sale, as long as they passed the Ticketmaster bot detection stuff they added, is part of the pre-sale. So it could mean that 100,000 people sign up to go see him in Philadelphia. Well, there's 40,000 seats in Citizens Bank Park, right? And if everyone who signed up shows up, you're going to have a 100,000 person queue for 40,000 seats. There are other artists who've done this differently. Chappell did a tour recently. And on Chappell's tour, which I love this approach, what she did was instead of sending out everyone like, yep, come buy tickets at this time, they were taking batches of people, say like 1,000 people, and saying, you can go buy tickets. And once they bought tickets, they invited another 1,000 in. And you didn't get an invite to try and purchase unless you were selected. I ended up being waitlisted on that one, right? I never got a chance, but it's fine. I didn't have to wait in line for hours to be told, sorry, you don't get tickets. I just said, okay, it is what it is, right? But and like BTS, right? BTS is touring and they just did a pre-sale maybe 2 weeks ago. BTS's pre-sale, they did something more like what Taylor did, where you applied for a pre-sale code and then they issued codes. Now, I don't know if they issued the right number of codes, right? Like they probably gave out too many entries like they did for Taylor. But again, not everyone who asked to be in the pre-sale gets to be in the pre-sale. And that's the better system where you only let people in if there's a fair chance they actually could buy tickets, as opposed to Ticketmaster's approach, which is let everyone in and many people are going to be pissed off because they're going to just get no chance to buy. They're going to be too far back in the queue. They don't have to do that. They could do better and they're still consistent.